placement, there's what they call a continuum of placement options, okay? And the least restrictive placement is what we call LRE, least restrictive environment. And the least restrictive placement would be the classroom that your child would attend if they were not disabled. So typically this is going to be your school that is closest to your residence, right? And just where they would go if they were a typical child. And from there, there's a continuum of placement. You could be in that same classroom with some supports and accommodations. You could be in that same classroom with a one-to-one aide, which is a support. You could be in that classroom part of the day and part of the day in a special day class or a special education classroom. And from there, you could be in only a special education classroom. I'm sure there's variations of this because we can't possibly go through all of them. But from there, you could be on a campus that's only for children with special education. And you continue through. Home is considered the most restrictive placement. I guess residential facility might be more restrictive than that, or a hospital, as you move through the continuum. So location and placement are different because, a location is where the school is located, but the placement is the classrooms within the school, typically. So if your school closest to your home doesn't have space, for example, but just they're full, their classes, the school district can send you to the next location as a typical child. As a child with disabilities, they can send you to a different location if they don't have the services and supports that you need on the campus that's closest to your home, right? So if a child's going to be in a general education classroom with supports, and one of the supports they need is more easily provided at a different location, then they can offer the other location. But switching locations isn't considered a placement change as long as the amount of time in and out of special education is remaining the same. So like an example why a location change might be better is maybe you have a school that you have a child who uses mobility devices, and the pavement at the school is very bumpy and potted and difficult for the child to use a walker on. So they might offer another location. The placement may be the same, right? But the location will change.